Right here from our homeland, Radio Biafra. Follow our official page, Homeland Radio Biafra official Facebook page. Very, very important. I remain the fearless IPB evangelist Mazi Maduabuchi. I am from Ndiabo Boys in Aninri. Aninri is a local government in Ojiriba province in Biafra land. I am a homeland broadcast under IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu is our leader and he is still incarcerated in DSS solitary confinement, illegally detained. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB. He is not a perceived leader. Nnamdi Kanu is not to be a perceived leader of IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu is not to be perceived as IPOB leader. Nnamdi Kanu is IPOB leader. Nnamdi Kanu is the director of Radio Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu is the highest command of ESN. There is no separation and there will be no separation if lawyers cannot go to the court and do their job. They should get out of the way. What they are doing here, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't know about it. The documents they are writing to Tinubu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not see it because they told us that DSS does not allow them to go in there with any documents. The tweets that Ejimako is making, he does not show it to Nnamdi Kanu. The post that Ejimako is making, they did not take it to Nnamdi Kanu. It is we that are here, that are at the watch, that we are the back of Nnamdi Kanu. We are his eyes. We see the negativity and we counter it. We know what we discuss with him, which I am going to play here for you. We have the voices of Nnamdi Kanu, and nobody can confront us with stupidity because we know what we are doing. We are not here for village matter. We are here for freedom. If you are tired to do what you said you do in court, get out of the way. You cannot be outside here playing another thing and unaware, outside the knowledge of Nnamdi Kanu. Look at the write-up Barrister Ejimako and their team wrote. You see them promoting one Nigeria, telling you Nnamdi Kanu have one Nigeria in mind. Nnamdi Kanu want to the progressive one Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu want one Nigeria to be well. But I will play these things for you here. I will play the counter. And you see that what they are doing is against Nnamdi Kanu's stand. And we have evidences here. You cannot tell me that they are Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer and you will be there, you know what we discussed, and they will be presenting negativity and you will allow them. Don't you know when somebody is wrong? Nnamdi Kanu knows when Wike went wrong. Nnamdi Kanu knows when Obiano went wrong. Though he was talking about Obiano, though he said Wike should return second term, but he was talking about Wike when he changed. Somebody should know when somebody is going in negativity. We know what we agreed and people have died on this. Nobody should come and joke with it because we knew it. Facebook, what you are doing is not my business. My business is to say the truth. And that is why we are here. Thank you very, very much. Your duty is to share this very program very, very wide. We are not here to joke. We are here to do the job. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu already knew we are here. And he knew that we will not allow negativity. We knew he will also blame us if we allow it because he will refer us to what he told us. Nobody should come here and try to explain to us until you show us a people you have freed before. Nobody should come here and counter what we have agreed with Nnamdi Kanu until you show us a freedom fighting group you have led before. If not, you get out of our way because you have not done it before, then you did not know it. What we are telling you is not that we know it, but we know what we discussed with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that is our stand, and that is where we are moving to. We move nowhere. You cannot challenge us with what we agreed. You cannot counter what we agreed in the absence of Nnamdi Kanu in the name of lawyer. You cannot be writing to federal government promoting Nigeria, telling us how Nnamdi Kanu have Nigeria, telling us that Nnamdi Kanu, federal government should, the president should talk with Nnamdi Kanu. He will hear from him. Who told you that Tinubu is not aware of what Nnamdi Kanu is saying? Who told you they misunderstood him? They never misunderstood him. You people should go to the court. Both Nnamdi Ejiofor, both Barrister Ejimako, both Kanu, both Meme, all of you should go to court. It was court that you used to blackmail Ozokome and his team. It was court. You said there are things you will do in court. They have not done. So what are those things? These things you are writing now is not to be compared with Ozokome's presentation in international events, where he always presented Nnamdi Kanu's issue. It is far better than these things you are writing. That is ordinary lawyer. Ordinary lawyer. I have seen Ozokome presented Nnamdi Kanu's issue, both in Nigerian national issue, both in Abuja, both where the politicians are. In the open, you can never be invited there. You can never appear there. Your wing can never reach there. All of you are now playing that thing we told our people that you want to separate Nnamdi Kanu. Your duty is to destroy Biafra. You can never mention Biafra. Even a lawyer, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, will mention Biafra. He's not the one agitating. But when he's talking about Nnamdi Kanu, he will tell you what Nnamdi Kanu is standing for. Nnamdi Kanu wants the freedom of his people. Nnamdi Kanu do not want one Nigeria. That is what Ejimako is writing in the absence of Nnamdi Kanu. And I will read it out here. And you are there sitting down, telling me that they are doing lawyer. What kind of lawyer? He can never mention, he can never, okay, show me where Ejimako posted IPOB press release. If you want to challenge me, you must be very, very strong in mind. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer can never pick up IPOB press release and post on his Twitter or post on his Facebook or any of his channel of communication, tell me who he is representing. Ifeanyi Ejiofor will pick IPOB press release and post. Can Ejimako show me one IPOB press release he posted or tweeted? Then what is he representing? He's separating IPOB, not an Agboegu. He's not. I will read his write-up. It's all about Nigeria. He wrote to Tinubu, begging him, people that blackmail lawyers that secure discharge and acquitted. Lawyers that secure discharge and acquitted, you went and blackmailed them. All of you. You boasted thinking that lies will defend you. You don't know that lie will always fail. Where is the victory you boasted to secure in court? Where is it? You are now blackmailing Nnamdi Kanu in his absence, telling me you are writing to Tinubu. All those things you write up, all those jargon, I will write better, I will give better something that will even not implicate Nnamdi Kanu, that will even not condemn Nnamdi Kanu's agitation, that will not even condemn IPOB. I will center it if it is a thing of apology. We know how to present it. Then, what kind of thing you are presenting? Every of your write-up documents you signed the Nnamdi Kanu lawyer, it's all about one Nigeria. It's all about one Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu is now perceived to be IPOB leader, no longer IPOB leader. You can never say it boldly because all of you have soiled your land. You are your hand. You are trying to defend your agreement with government. You are now going like on Shiko, going on one side instead of to come in the open. All these things you are writing, you did not take the documents to Nnamdi Kanu. You told us you don't. DSS does not allow you to go there with documents. So we are here to counter all those negativities that you are using the name of lawyer to caricature the death of our people. You are now avoiding Biafra in the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. You are now avoiding IPOB in the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. You are now avoiding ESN in the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. That means all of you participated in the arrangement to destroy the name of IPOB and the ESN, so that by this time you will go and tell Nnamdi Kanu that IPOB and ESN have been seen as criminal, then he should be separating himself for him to be free. Though you have presented this thing to him, true of us, did you not present it? You have presented, he rejected it. You are now going by the back for promoting Nigeria. But I want us to listen to Nnamdi Kanu first before we move forward. Anya sakwaramasa, uchem de kwaniha ineme, omo kwaniha para. If somebody come in the name of lawyer or sibling or anybody to present negativity, counter it. Nnamdi Kanu is not seeing what they are writing. Nnamdi Kanu is not seeing their Twitter. Nnamdi Kanu is not seeing what they are posting. You are the one that will see it. Nnamdi Kanu is not listening to their press release. Nnamdi Kanu is not listening to their interview on radio. You are the one that will listen to it. And you will counter it based on what we agreed. If they go negativity, you counter it. Don't look at anybody. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will blame you if you allow them. Because he trained us to be here. Understand the game. It is in your hand. That's why they kept him to destroy you. They can use anybody who don't know what you have suffered. They can use anybody who is not ready to die like you are ready to die. So they will see your effort as nothing. They can be using it as a way of merchandise because they don't know what you have suffered to achieve that. So that is why we are here to stand up, even in the absence of Nnamdi. That's why I tell them that all my broadcasts concerning his case whether I mention you or not, make sure you save it. Give it to him. He will understand what we are saying. And he will thank us. You will know you are a fool. Let us listen to Mazi Nnamdi first. Share the program very wide and IPOB Amerigo. I Amerigo, Oyatin Hanonwa. If there is no IPOB now, Hagana wasn't no more IPOB, so you have to separate. We are the family, we care for you, they don't have abandoned you, they are not talking about you. Though they have told him all these things, right? But Nnamdi Kanu know there is IPOB. Because if there is no IPOB, the politicians will not be coming for him. They will leave him. Nnamdi Kanu is so intelligent. Too intelligent than them. If there is no IPOB, federal government will not be visiting him, trying to deceive him, because their fear is IPOB, not an individual. If had IPOB been destroyed, they will not fear him. He's not the tiger. He's not Giant Alakuku. So there is no deceive you can present to him. Hence, pressure is coming from outside. They know it's IPOB. He's an intelligent man. Do you understand? So let us move. They have failed woefully. Let us move. Excuse me, let me sip some water. We move. Let us listen to him. We move. Then we will now read from what Ejimako is posting.
We must preach this very gospel. Must preach it. On this very day of atonement, for those who don't know who we are, I am Nnamdi Kanu. I serve the indigenous people of Biafra, and I will continue serving you very loyally and humbly, and heaven knows truthfully, without any shred of corruption or doubt, because this is what I was born to do. And Biafra will come, and the zoo will fall. We must preach this very.
Did you see the zoo will fall? Where is zoo? Nigeria. Remember, I will read Ejimako's official submission to President Tinubu. I will read it. Compare this voice you will hear now to what they wrote, because we know they are listening. They will come and cannot have his fake account. He will listen. I am here because I know what they are doing, as many of us, or as many others also knew what they are doing. So we are here to analyze. This is my own wing to play. He's the leader of IPOB. He serves indigenous people of Biafra. Are you understanding? Unseparable. Then let us go. No, not this one. Not this one. Why now? Why is it not going there?
I am not a Nigerian.
Oh yeah?
I renounced everything to do with Nigeria on or around December of 2015. I am a Biafran, and I hope...
Did you hear I renounce everything to do with Nigeria? Are you hearing it? I will read what Tinubu presented to Aloy Ejimako and his team wrote to President Tinubu on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu in order to answer John. In idea, no lawyer, Nnamdi Kanu. Do you think you can deal with Nnamdi Kanu while we are here? It doesn't matter your rank. One day, every write-up Aloy Ejimako and his team have written to President and anything have never. If you bring all of them together, one Osokome's speech in an event have destroyed all those things. Even if they write 200 articles or any reconciliation letter to Tinubu, one day after reading it, go and look for Osokome's presentation in both Nigeria and the international gathering or summit. he has, he will always be granted microphone. He never presented his issues. He never presented Nigeria. He always presents Nnamdi Kanu. Go and verify. Osoko makes every of his event, whether traditional marriage, whether everywhere he go to, as far as he's giving mic, then he must present Nnamdi Kanu. You cannot compare these things. It is equivalent to Mazi Maduabuchi on Radio Biafra. You cannot compare these things with these things that Jimako is writing. People should be truthful to themselves. I have been in the same as I have the case. What are you trying to tell me? That Osokome's presentation can be compared with this jargon said Jimako. This rubbish, if I make a job for it, they can see here. People told us what they would do in court. Let's say here, Ayopiko, with my suffering. These things are your lawyer. Why didn't you allow people who secure the state and acquitted to secure it in Supreme? To defend it in Supreme? Why didn't you allow them to defend their victory? Somebody search a moto, search some paper, clean it, mecha, bacha primer, refill, saria pote again, motor teacher zemma, young amazahaba. You want to mad people. Somebody that knows what they suffered to secure the discharge and acquitted, who can easily remember the quotes of the judge because they were there. He wasn't there. You jump up. Why didn't you allow him to finish in Supreme? If they fell in Supreme, then you can go. But to defend their case in Supreme, you were there jumping up. That is something you do. You went to Supreme, you caricatured the case. Now you went back to Federal High Court. You went there, you were begging the court for bail. After all these things, show me those boasts, all those lies. Because I know the fact, Nnamdi Kanu need those things. All these things I'm reminding you, this kind of things Nnamdi Kanu will ask you. Where is those things you are boasting of? He cannot listen to this, my broadcast, and he will thank you. I ask, where is those your boast with Kanu Agabi? How all of you are going to do it? Kanunta was posting, MNK was posting, all of you was posting of the giant new legal team. But in all now, you have failed in the court. You are now writing jargon, praising Nigeria, telling us about one Nigeria, writing to Tinubu that Nnamdi Kanu is love the well-being of one Nigeria. It's a lie. Listen to here. Nnamdi Kanu wants the well-being of Nigerian citizens when they are ready to be Oduduwa Arewa. That is the well-being. But to be in a place of one Nigeria, he believed that it is for destruction. He don't hate anybody that is a Nigerian. That found himself in the Nigerian territory. But he hates you when you insist that one Nigeria will favor you. But if you choose Oduduwa Arewa, Nnamdi Kanu choose you as a Biafran. So, Ejimako should not complicate issue in what he's writing. Nnamdi Kanu want Biafra. Ejimako can never mention Biafra in his write-up. But if Ejiofor will tell you what Nnamdi Kanu needs, you cannot be dodging away the agenda that people have died for. The Biafra issue cannot be dodged. It's not a secret issue. Tinubu knows what Nnamdi Kanu is agitating for. Nobody should come here and tell me, hey, they know what is a lie. Tinubu does not misunderstand Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari did not misunderstand him. Did not misunderstood him. Why are you trying to? MNK is telling us that Nnamdi Kanu should be listened to and they will understand him. Who told you Tinubu doesn't understand him? Are you telling us that British did not understand Nnamdi Kanu too? Nnamdi Kanu is British citizen. So, if Tinubu did not understand Nnamdi Kanu, I'm asking the legal team, does it mean that the British is holding their citizenship does not understand Nnamdi Kanu too? So why are they silent? Now you now know that this is freedom fighting. You know that this is freedom fighting, you should leave this matter for IPOB. Unabia John Potama Chagaria. Look at where you are now. I will read it, but I want you to know who Nnamdi Kanu is. To stop complicating issue. Listen to him directly. Hence, you come to complicate our suffering. One day, because you told us Nnamdi Kanu does not see your documents. You never take your Twitter to Nnamdi Kanu. So we are the people that read it, will counter it, the negativity. We leave the positive one. Because the government is not after you. The government is after IPOB reaction. The government knows there is IPOB and Nnamdi can list them. So only a fool will misunderstand our confrontation to negativity. We study the government, we know what they are focusing. They don't care about lawyer. If IPOB want to implicate, if IPOB decide to implicate Nnamdi Kanu, no lawyer can defend him. A lawyer becomes useless. If you go and bring the whole lawyer in the whole world, if IPOB turn time robbers, no lawyer can defend Nnamdi Kanu. If you like, you go and study in heaven. If IPOB leadership, DOS, decide to declare armed struggle, you can never defend Nnamdi Kanu. So nobody should be trying to play the stupidity, claiming that is learned. Yeah, stupidity couldn't they play? You don't joke with my suffering, and you don't joke with the death of people. One day, it is in the hand of IPOB to jail Nnamdi Kanu, not lawyer. It is in the hand of IPOB to play safe and secure Nnamdi Kanu and make him innocent as he is today. No lawyer can make Nnamdi Kanu innocent if IPOB decide to make him, what is it called? To implicate him anyway. Let me use that language. Nobody, no, you can never save him. No gathering can save Nnamdi Kanu. If IPOB decides to act criminality and answer the name of criminality, you know that Nnamdi Kanu is leading them. You cannot separate them. If IPOB allow ESN to be criminalized, you as a lawyer, if you like, you go and bring God and come back. You cannot. Nigeria cannot allow you because God himself knows that Nigeria is killing Biafra. He allowed them. They are killing us. They are taking our resources. They are suffering us. He knew. Though we know he will free us, but I tell you that the same way he is waiting for a time to free us, is the same way he will allow you. He will allow you. He will free us, yes, but we know we will fall victim. So he sees they are killing us. So if you also make a mistake with the name of Nnamdi Kanu, God will also be there because he knows you are the one who made the mistake. If IPOB implicating Nnamdi Kanu, God will also be there. He will know, he will believe that that is what we agreed. That is God for you. So why do you think that you are perfect, that you can do it without IPOB? Nobody can do it without IPOB. It's impossible. And Nigeria is not afraid of any lawyer. No lawyer can move Nigeria. The only people Nigeria is afraid is IPOB. That's why they center the attack of their recruitment on IPOB. That's why they center their claims of impersonation on ESN. Is it not to change the statute of Nnamdi Kanu? All this blackmail, is it not to change the statute of Nnamdi Kanu? Can you condemn IPOB and the statute of Nnamdi Kanu remains? Now, IPOB was tagged as number 10 in the world as a terrorist group by IEP. The same age Macron came and told us that we were not tagged, that we were just mentioned. Had we allowed it, that's when they wanted to separate Nnamdi Kanu from IPOB. They wanted to go and tell him that we have been tagged in terrorist group. They wanted to go and they want us to leave. Ejimako want us not to fight that thing. Ejimako wanted to use that opportunity and they confused Nnamdi Kanu and tell him that this is what we are telling you, that DOS is not doing anything. They wanted to use it. That's why he earlier confronted that and said, we were not tagged. We were just mentioned. And this is what we read. Yeah, check on Gra school. Also, Gra school. Other people, IPOB members that confronted that, they went to school. People that later apologized to us after removing us from the list. Is it not an effort? Now I ask people who come here to support Kanu, I ask you, had IPOB remained in number 10 list, will any lawyer be going for Nnamdi? Can I ask you? But the same lawyer told you that we were not mentioned, we were not tagged, we were mentioned. Ejimako, of course, not tag Hani, I mentioned Hani. I just mentioned. It's just a reference. It's just a this. But any number 10. The same way you was not able to separate the criminal activities and the IPOB activities because you want to complicate issue. You want to hold something at hand and present it to Nnamdi. And I know that whenever such news is finally arrived, DSS will now allow you to go inside DSS with your phone. Had IPOB remained in the number 10 list, that's when DSS will allow Aloy Ejimako and their co to go inside DSS with their phone so that Nnamdi will see the evidence and see the reason to separate IPOB. Are you understanding? I know I meet you with the politician. There will your destiny in the name of lawyer. Somebody that have not involved in your suffering just came up, promoted by siblings, as from family lawyer to in charge of organization leaders lawyer. Right? In order to truncate your effort in a claim another thing because you did not contribute in the achievement. I am regional. We continue. Let us listen to Nnamdi Kanu. Let us go back first.
I am not a Nigerian.
Listen.
I renounced everything to do with Nigeria on around December of 2015. I am a Biafran and I hold British citizenship. Only upon a clear pronouncement of the intentions of that very court, which I suggest to them, should be free of any interference from the executive, will this very case move forward. The circumstances surrounding the invasion of my house, the invasion of the home of His Royal Majesty, is Israel Ogukan. You must know that my father's name is Israel, and it means a lot.
Let us hold it there. He says not a Nigerian, right? Then let us go and read from Aloy Ejimako and legal team of Nnamdi Kanu. Let us read. I want to go there and read. Okay, it is too tiny in any way. Let me see. Go in here. I don't know there. What there? What you know that also? We continue. This thing is too tiny. Okay, let me read. I will manage. Too tiny and told them now, even as I make it bold. Let me read from here. I will not read all of here. Nnamdi Kanu might be perceived to be the leader. Did you get the word? Perceived. Might be perceived to be the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. But, are you getting it? But, you know, they are playing lawyer there. So, ask yourself first, why must there be anything to be added or to be used as to furnish before you say that Nnamdi Kanu is IPOB leader? What is the fear there? What actually make it move them to the area of writing perceived? Now, if you are the one supporting Kanu and their gang, I ask you, did Nnamdi Kanu tell them to write that he is perceived to be IPOB leader? No, you must answer me this thing. Are you telling me that such documents will be taken to Nnamdi Kanu, where somebody will give to him, Nnamdi Kanu will read, that he is being perceived to be IPOB leader? Are you telling me that Nnamdi Kanu will read such documents and believe it? Now I ask you, who wrote that thing? Now let us continue. Remember what you listened to from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am not a Nigerian. Then we continue. The actual noise there. Go ahead, man. Yeah. Actual noise there. We continue. He said, but inwardly, that is, as a chameleon, but you would think he's praising Nnamdi Kanu that he did well. He's here. That is, he's not saying well about Kanu here. Right? He said, but inwardly, does it mean he's deceiving us? That's what he's presenting there. He is perceived to be IPOB leader, but inwardly, he wants to present good things of Nnamdi Kanu to Nigerians. Look at how they are putting it. But remember the inwardly. Remember the perceived leader. If somebody cannot be bold and say, Nnamdi Kanu is IPOB leader, but he has been doing well, or he loves well-being of Nigerian citizens. Very good, presentable. You say he perceived. Is it to separate him, make him now holy? Then, as if IPOB is evil, then you now say, but inwardly. Let us listen to who Nnamdi Kanu is inwardly. You know, they are lawyers. I didn't go to school, I stopped in primary 4. But they are lawyers, so isn't it? But let us listen to what Nnamdi Kanu is inside. So what he's showing us is not what he is. The lawyer knows what Nnamdi Kanu is inside. Remove. Inwardly, he is a destabilized Nigerian in Nigeria. Who I think they have called him a Nigerian now. He is a detribalized Nigerian, right? Who has helped to pay the fines of prisoners of various tribes, especially Northerners, who he was detained, at Kuje Correctional Center, Abuja. His amiable humanity in him, the amiable humanity in him is what many people are not unastonished. This thing is tiny, they just the documents. Unastonished to because of the persons built up around him, some of which are wide of the mark. Then let me go again. Anybody who has had a one-on-one encounter with him will see that he has a great person. He has a great person for the turnaround of Nigeria's fortune, as well as the fight against corruption. Are you seeing what Nnamdi Kanu want? What is fighting? The turnaround of Nigeria's fortune. And in the fight against corruption. Listen. And other forms of social ills in the country so that Nigerians can have a better future. Is that what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for? Inwardly, remember that this is all about inwardly. Are you understanding? Is that not so? It have reached to the extent of presenting what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for, and also extend it to his goodness to other tribes, which we are here also to defend, and we have been defending. He did not come to kill. He did not hate Nigerians, but he don't want Nigeria to exist. True of us. He said nothing will exist after we might done with Nigeria. We'll listen to it. So he telling you Tinubu should go and discuss with him as if Gowon did not know what they discussed in Aburi. Did Gowon not know? Are you telling me Gowon misunderstood Ojukwu? Gowon did not misunderstood Ojukwu. Gowon understood everything. Buhari government, Buhari himself did not misunderstood Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari understood Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari Kabas never misunderstood Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari understood Nnamdi Kanu. They are Kabas. Tinubu understood Nnamdi Kanu under Buhari's government. So you, a lawyer, will not be explaining Nnamdi Kanu to Tinubu. Tinubu knows Nnamdi Kanu very well. If you have finished your battle in the court, stop presenting these things. These things, I can't read these things I'm reading here. Patronizing Nigeria, patronizing. There was a place he said is for well-being of Nigeria. I will not continue reading that thing. But I thank God that you have listened to Mazi Maduabuchi. You have listened to him. He told you he's not a Nigerian. You listened to him, and he explained himself. He made himself clear to you. And I think I have to go. Let me just play this very voice. Let me just play this to our people. Let us see.
And this fight we are facing now is no different. That is why our people must listen and understand what I have to say this evening very, very carefully. Because this very fight is not going to become any easier. As we get to the finishing line, it will become far more difficult. But God Almighty in heaven, Chukwudikadiam, has done something for us. As the Janjaweed are coming down to the south to engage us, which I'm sure they're going to do, their lands in the north will be occupied by bandits that they themselves created.
There is something I want you to
So this evening I want you to understand that there is a method in our madness. We are very, very strategic in terms of our approach, not just to the disintegration of the damnable zoological republic, but disempowerment.
Now compare this in not just the disintegration of the damnable Republic of the Zoo, not just, it's not only to disintegrate Nigeria, but compare this now to lawyers rewriting to Tinubu. Are you getting it? We told them Naina with facts and figures. Now, are you getting, compare this as inwardly, the lawyers presented inwardness of Nnamdi Kanu or inwardly, I don't know how they will phrase it in the English. But what I mean is that, have you heard from Nnamdi Kanu what is out or what we are here for? Let us go back and listen to it. Then you compare it with the presentation of the lawyers and the family to Tinubu. And you tell me that Tinubu did not know this thing. Are you telling us that those things you write, that Tinubu don't know that Nnamdi Kanu want Biafra, that Tinubu is not getting information of what IPOB is doing, that Tinubu is not aware of how many countries IPOB is? You are writing these things. That is failure. The lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu in their write-up is failure. You are telling Tinubu to discuss with Nnamdi Kanu to understand him. You cannot tell Tinubu that thing. Tinubu knows it. Tinubu knows that Nnamdi Kanu needs referendum. Tinubu knows that Nnamdi Kanu needs IPOB. Tinubu knows that Nnamdi Kanu needs ESN. They are unseparable. So stop dodging these things. This is the fact. If you cannot mention it, say you can be, okay, you want to be political correct. As Nnamdi Kanu used to say, they want to be political correct. So you want to be legally correct. Is that what they are telling us? That you cannot present Nnamdi Kanu and present his cause. Is that how to do lawyer? You are presenting Nigeria. You are trying to bet Tinubu. He's aware. He wants the well-being of Nigeria. He's a tribalized Nigeria. Who helps other tribes. In no presentation, in no lawyer. I go to complete on my own. I did not say a point. One day I can give open letter to Tinubu. Mobreham Kaida. Up through a broadcast. Ingecha a man in here either as a lawyer or rubbish. What are you presenting? Let us listen to Nnamdi Kanu. Let us listen to what he came to do. He never hated a single soul in Nigeria, but the British creation Nigeria will never function. Nnamdi Kanu will never make it to function. Tell Aloy Ejimaka and his gang, Nnamdi Kanu is not fighting for the good functioning of Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu is not fighting for Nigeria to function. He wants to do the way Ariwa to go. He wants the foundation of the British to be destroyed. Biafrans, IPOB, do not be silent to the presentation of lawyers in their cunning way. They are now coming out, keeping away what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for in his absence. Now, if you want to challenge me to support them, I ask you, did Nnamdi Kanu read the documents? And if he read it, did he see that what they wrote there is that Nnamdi Kanu may be perceived, might be perceived as IPOB leader? Now, I ask you, does Nnamdi Kanu play with such line of statement? Only a small news from Nigerian media, he will tell you they're talking about IPOB. He will tell you they want to do this type of. He will analyze it, and that is the truth. Now I ask you, if you present such line of presenting Nnamdi Kanu by the lawyers, if you present it to Nnamdi Kanu, how do you think you will read it on Radio Biafra? I ask you. Before you come here to talk to Imran Anyem Jiofo, when I ask you, if you take that right up to Nnamdi Kanu and tell him, and he started reading it and see that Nnamdi Kanu might be seen as a perceived leader of indigenous people of Biafra, but how will Nnamdi Kanu analyze it? I ask you, hey, don't fight the Nnamdi Kanu family, as if you love them more than us. We died for them in Afaruku, the family as a whole. And now you see your stupidity. Now we still die for him in Aba, 30th of March 2023. But the family is still there. They never die for him. Hey, are you fighting Nnamdi Kanu family? You must be an idiot if you don't know what we are presenting. You must be a fool. In politics, if your brother is a senator or his relatives will now be duping people and tell him, if you give me this thing now, I will tell my brother to give you a contract. Do you know my brother is the #1 guy, is the governor? You see, hey, do you know I am a friend to the cousin of the governor? You see, that this girl, I want to friend him because friend her because she's related to the wife of the governor. Meme was a freedom fighter. Did I see you as a freedom fighter buying a unity creator? Nigerian politics. If your brother is in position, every relative, both to maternal home, they will start duping people with your name. One day you can succeed in other people there. In IPOB, you can succeed with people who don't know what they're doing. One night my high name. You can never love Nnamdi Kanu's family more than us. But you will never love IPOB. You can never see the danger coming to IPOB more than us. So you will not tell us the particular person will allow his or her own danger to befall IPOB. If the person is related to Kanu, or if the person is a wife to Nnamdi Kanu's sibling, and trying to cause trouble and destroy the future of generation, if you counter their presentation, an idiot, stop fighting Nnamdi Kanu family. You must be an imbecile. You must be an idiot. Listen to our leader here. Ejimako so perceived. However, perceived leader. Nnamdi Kanu might be seen as a perceived leader. He's not a perceived Gazuike. And he did not come to fight corruption in Nigeria as you wrote. It's not what he wants. He did not fight for the further betterment of Nigeria. It's not what Nnamdi is fighting. Nnamdi Kanu is fighting. He wants to do the what to go. If you are afraid to present this, we cannot be afraid because we die for it. Ejimako, you never suffer for it. So get out if you cannot present our plight. You cannot present Nnamdi Kanu's quest. You cannot present what he's in detention for. Upon suffering of 3 years, you are not trying to hide what he's suffering for. Are you telling me he's suffering for Faruku? Is Nnamdi Kanu suffering for Kanonta? Are you telling me he's suffering for what? If you cannot present IPOB, you cannot present Nnamdi Kanu well in contact with IPOB as their leader. What is Nnamdi Kanu in detention for? Is he in detention for Ndigbo? I want to know. What are you afraid for? To present what somebody has suffered. You can even be afraid if the person is not suffering for that. Person that have been in detention for how many years for Biafra? How can somebody be afraid to mention Biafra? How can somebody be afraid to mention that Nnamdi Kanu leads IPOB? Even in the name of lawyer, you are destroying yourself, not us. The leadership of IPOB has saved IPOB and saved Nnamdi Kanu. No lawyer can save Nnamdi Kanu if we decide to implicate him. If we change our action, if we take into arms, if we begin to do criminality, one day your lawyer became useless. And again, Nnamdi Kanu will be dismantled to another detention facility that you can never meet him. He will become incommunicado because he will automatically be a terrorist leader. Had IPOB allowed the number 10, they mentioned us in the terrorist leader, in the terrorist group by IEP 2022 to 2023. You that is here claiming to be lawyer, does terrorist leader have lawyer? Does terrorist have lawyer? Had we allowed it? Though you, Ejimako, told us we were not mentioned. You say we were not tagged. You were just mentioned. Had we not fight? Are you telling us that you will not go to Nnamdi Kanu and tell him, look at, by then DSS will allow you to go with your phone. You will go inside and show Nnamdi Kanu, look at it, see the mess DOS do. You are now added in number 10. So we are encouraging you now to abandon IPOB and become free. I think that's what Ejimako expected. That's why he told us as a lawyer. Now, if Ejimako can write that and counter that, and he have never posted a single IPOB press release as a lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu, even as IPOB is demanding for freedom of Nnamdi Kanu based on court order, and other statements, other press release concerning Nnamdi Kanu, surrounding Nnamdi Kanu issue. Show me one that Ejimako posted. And if you cannot show me, you are not qualified to argue us. I know why POB, I my here. Up I enjoy go for if you don't buy because he have got a guy on he got no from anyone. I got joke here. Jog your mark out of the field. Isuzu Lawa. Listen, Nigeria. Nobody should be afraid to present what we are here for. We have died for it. We are not dodging. We are not trying to die. We have so present what Nnamdi Kanu is there for. Anwakwana has separate here. He's the leader of ESN and IPOB, and they committed no crime. Don't separate it. You have soiled your hand by telling us that Nnamdi Kanu is a perceived, because that is the agenda they told you, to separate Nnamdi Kanu. But you know you cannot just say he does not need IPOB. You will just be coming out small. Isn't it? Now tell us, why do you make more sentence in just to write Nnamdi Kanu is IPOB leader? But what is the extent of, what is the essence of writing Nnamdi Kanu might be seen as seen? Ha! Nna bekee nke ọ dị n'ọsọ gị magara skuulu ka iji dee ihe ejimakọ na anyị agaghị aghọta ihe ị na-akọ ka ọ gịnị. Nna ịrụkwa m akụkọ. Anyị ga-ekwe Nnamdi Kanu ka ị mara ihe ọ gara ime Nigeria ka ị hapụ ị na-ege ndị mmadụ ntị.
In terms of our approach, not just to the disintegration of the damnable zoological republic, but its disempowerment. I did promise you many years ago that by the time we are done with Nigeria, the name Nigeria will no longer exist. That is where we are heading to.
That Nnamdi Kanu loved the well-being and the fighting for the functioning of Nigeria, and he's the tribalized Nigerian that extend his love to the other tribe. He's also helping to fight corruption. Tinubu should listen to him. He wants the well-being of Nigerians. One hour, listen to it again. Anya anaghị eme propaganda. Ana ị ga-abịa na-agwa anyị ihe nke a na-edo gị anya kolokolo n'ihu anya gị life. Ọ na-edo gị anya. Have you heard our mission? Now if you read what Ejimako sent to President Tinubu, you ask yourself, why did they write that? Are you understanding? Now you see why Kanunta was confronting everybody. Chigedezem is not speaking for us. China Samuel does not speak for us. Ejiofor does not represent us. Who is the us? And who are you? Who is the us? Is it IPOB is the us? Or family? True. There is no way Chigedezem will represent your family. China Samuel does not represent your family. Who is the us? Does not represent IPOB. Are you IPOB? The answer is no. Stupidity of the highest order. Just to eat the money politicians gave to him. If politicians gave them money, or they tell them we are now in charge of IPOB, the politician will rejoice. And small time, IPOB will give praise to this. And the politician will call Kanu and the MNK and the Ejimako. But you people say you are now in charge. What is this press release? Kanu will now go and tweet. They will counter it. No, Nnamdi Kanu is well. Nothing happened to Nnamdi Kanu. Those doing this thing, they are not speaking for us. But I know the other day, but you counter press release talking about his illness. Are you understanding? But Sefa Ejiofor is IPOB lead counsel already, before Nnamdi Kanu have his case. Now he took charge of the case of Nnamdi Kanu because he was in charge before he was granted bail. From there, he keep telling Nnamdi Kanu, I need somebody that will take over this case. Let us allow Ozukome. Let us bring him. I'm begging him to agree. Until Ozukome agreed, he came with Ejiofor, stepped down for him, and became second man, so that he can be feeding him with informations of the previous case and anything needed. That's all. Ejiofor was not in the case to be overall. If not, he would have not allowed Ozukome to come in and see the case. He allowed people to come closer and help him. But do you know that if Barrister Ejiofor give press release for IPOB, not for Kanu, he give press release for IPOB and also give for Kanu. It is different. IPOB is an organization, and as he is not in charge of Kanu's case, he is still in charge of IPOB. These are things people don't understand. The organization is Ejiofor, the lawyer. Do you understand? So you imagine such a good man, an Igbo man that is on top, who have channel of becoming rich of any time, of any level. He was looking for a Benin man to come and take over. Imagine the kind of person Kanu can go forth. Genuine Igbo man who said, "Biasorum leonwe wita." A genuine Igbo man. But it's a fine Ejiofor. Genuine Igbo man also because Owunanem ga honwe wita, come closer. Even I know Ejimako, Ejiofor say, come closer. All of them come closer. I'm just leading while I need another person. He needs a top person. He would have covered everywhere if there is anything he commits that is evil. He will not allow anybody to come closer. That's how to protect your evil. The same thing APC did by putting Tinubu. They want to protect their evil. They did with the name of Buhari in his absence. That's why they did not allow anybody to be there. They rigged the election in your presence because they are defending crime. So Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor have no crime to defend. So he opened up. He opened up. And the people that are now in charge have nothing to present. Hana Yozi Tinubu. Tell me a letter you write to Tinubu that you don't understand. He knows what IPOB is fighting for. He knows what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. He knows the relationship between Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. Whether you make Nnamdi Kanu to communicate IPOB or not, it doesn't matter. It does not move Nigerian government. It doesn't move them. Attempt to disconnect IPOB from Kanu, Nigeria knew that there is something Nnamdi Kanu kept for IPOB. And they will hold on those things. They will hold on these things. They have tried our mentality. They knew we are standing there. We don't shift. So these games all of you are playing is rubbish. It always fails. Do you understand? So let us listen.
And for us to be able to accomplish that, we need its disempowerment. I did promise you many years ago that by the time this evening I want you to understand that there is a method in our madness. We are very, very strategic in terms of our approach.
Why I want you to listen to here is because Aloy Ejimakor said inwardly who Nnamdi Kanu is, right? He wants Nigeria, if you discuss with him, you will know that he wants the well-being, he wants Nigeria to move forward, he wants Nigeria to be well. That's what they were narrating in their write-up to Tinubu. But that is why I want to play here for you. Even Tinubu knows it. Even Tinubu knows who Nnamdi Kanu is. He knows that Nnamdi Kanu is a very serious man. If you fail in court to go and sit down, this thing you are writing doesn't convince Tinubu. It doesn't move him, but one was aware of the discussion in Ghana. It didn't happen unaware to him. Tinubu was aware. They discussed the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu within Buhari's government. Tinubu was aware when Nnamdi Kanu was talking about the death of Buhari. Tinubu was aware when Nnamdi Kanu was talking about his fraud, Tinubu's fraud, Tinubu criminal's life. At times some people say, hey, you don't post it. In a post or no post, so something people knew, somebody know you'll talk about me. That's the truth. These are people that are fighting with the camp. I actually post to something that would scatter the camp and say, hey, are you betting to in a pet here, does he not know who Nnamdi Kanu is? Are they not aware of International Grand Foundation of Nnamdi Kanu? Are they not aware of IPOB, International Standard? Why are you dodging to present his plight? Why are you running away from presenting IPOB? Why are you running away? You are not telling us he's a perceived. Nnamdi Kanu might be perceived to be leader of IPOB. Listen to our mission. We are not here to make one Nigeria as Ejimakor wrote. We are not here to continue one Nigeria as Ejimakor wrote. We have tried. Nnamdi Kanu say, we will destroy Nigeria and the name Nigeria will no longer exist. He did not say we will destroy Nigerians. Nigerians are the citizens. But the name Nigeria will not exist. Then other Nigerians will be free. That's our mission. And must be accomplished. Nnamdi Kanu say is a promise. Ejimakor, compare this with your write-up in case you want to challenge me. Or you want to argue me. Or anybody that want to support them with the write-up. You don't know when somebody fell. Then we know that our brain cannot be the same. Your brain is too low to understand when somebody you are following or dealing with have failed. Even Nnamdi Kanu understood where they have failed. But one thing is sure to Nnamdi Kanu that IPOB will destroy anything they like to destroy. They have the capacity. If there is any negativity, They can do it. We have the channel. It doesn't move Nnamdi Kanu. Somebody that kept better thing. It doesn't move him. Listen to our mission before we close. This program is just to present. I will still be coming with more brokers where I'll be analyzing more and more because they will come with defense. Do you understand?
Comes to the disintegration of the damnable zoological republic, but if disempowerment, I did promise you many years ago that by the time we are done with Nigeria, the name Nigeria will no longer exist. That is where we are heading to.
Are you getting it? That's where we are heading to. Tinubu is aware. So, what are you writing? Who are you trying to deceive? I got here. Yeah, you want to deceive Tinubu? It's a lie. You don't deceive him. He knows what is happening. He knows what is happening. So court did not work again. Then what is the gain of the blackmailing of other lawyers? So Kanu and our family handing over the case did not work. Why do you blackmail DOS that secured the judge and acquitted that any living being can hold on today? Why do you attack Osokome and his team that secured the judge and acquitted? Now, since all of you are there jumping up in the case, the only thing you did in court is to file bail application. Nothing. Smarter, you started running away from charges. But this very team, when Osokome have not come, Ejiofor stood 5-count charges. 5-count charges. Then there also was there 7-count charges came. They make it 15-count charges. Osokome came, destroyed 7 in Federal High Court. They went to appeal, destroyed the remaining 8. But one single charge in all this one they bring against Nnamdi Kanu, from as the Supreme Court ended, they started another one. All those things presented, show me one Ejimaka and his gang have destroyed. One single charge, show me one charge that have been destroyed, that the judge removed. No one. The judge keeps shunning you. The judge keeps shunning you, all of you in court. But only Osokome presentation in an international summit, only his speech. In Abuja, where they gather, only his speech. In abroad, where they gather, he can never talk anything apart from Kanu. Anywhere you give Osokome microphone when he was in charge of the case, whether in a burial ceremony, whether in a traditional marriage ceremony, whether in abroad, whether in a lecture, anywhere he's lecturing, he must present Nigeria failure to obey court order and thereby connecting Nnamdi Kanu in the open. You cannot compare this your write-up with such open awareness. Ejimako have no channel for that because he have not grown to that level that he will be called in occasion, they will give him mic. No, he will arrange for an interview. Osokome will come to an occasion. He will be given microphone to talk to the main people that are in the Asorok. And some group of people gather. They say he took Nigeria award. But he took Nigeria award. He now went to Nigeria court and secured the judge and acquitted for somebody that is fighting to free his people. Why did he not allow Nigerian prosecutor to win Nnamdi Kanu? He would have allowed them so that he would patronize his Nigeria. The man is not an evil man. He believes in Nigeria. But he had been saying that referendum should be given to Nnamdi Kanu. He said it upon he's a Nigerian, upon people from his side, some of them hate us. Osokome never be partial in any kind. Osokome have never been partial. Osokome as a Nigerian lawyer, as a high-profile man in Nigeria also, and international, he went to Nigeria upon Nigeria gave him award. He went to Nigeria court and defeated them in all their amended charges against Nnamdi Kanu, whom Nigeria spent much to kidnap from Kenya and believe that they can kill him or do jail him. But when they brought him, a Nigerian citizen son, Michael Zokome, came, defeated Nigerian prosecutor, defeated Nigerian government, and freed a man who want to divide his country. Or a man who want to free his people from their country. Not to divide. A man. Why did Ozokome secure the church and acquitted? Because he's a genuine man now. Compare his attitude, his achievement to somebody who blackmailed him and say he took Nigerian honor. Any people in Nigeria, there are organizations in Nigeria that gave Nnamdi Kanu award. Organizations in Nigeria gave Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor award. People that can never walk to get award, they will be there fighting you with your award when you are doing well. The vehicle will enter in Nigeria, in Biafra land to go for an event. Is it the IPOB vehicle? I want to ask. We can call any boss and hire them, give you take us to where we are going. You must not be IPOB. Are they telling us that everybody involved or we contracted must be IPOB? The people that give us satellite, are they IPOB? And if those people that gave Radio Biafra satellite, you see them with Nigeria doing business, and that country is in good term with Nigeria. So if you see, they say, oh, they are betraying us, let us remove our satellite. You must be insane. When they are still, their satellite is feeding Radio Biafra. When Ozokome took award before securing discharge and acquitted, he did not get award after securing discharge and acquitted. He got the award and he still went forward to the court and defeated the people that gave him award. He's a great man. Now I confront those that blackmail him to be removed, because you cannot change his image, his status of recognition by the people globally. Then what have you achieved? This thing you are writing to Tinubu, Zokome have said it in the open. He have approached government, he have approached Buhari's government in an event. He also did it in court. He do it in court, he will do it outside, he will do it in abroad where he's giving mic. This thing you are writing here. Zokome have said quality ones in the open, vocally. Not by writing, because not everybody can read this thing. But this is what you wrote to Tinubu. I ask you, can you compare these things you are writing and these things you are doing in court with one single speech of Ozokome concerning Mazi Maduabuchi issue? Ịmara anyị na-ekwu eziokwu. Anyị kwucha anyị achọ ndị iro, ha ga nọ n'azụ ụlọ na-ezo na-akọ ashịrị. Director ese akwụsị Biafra. N'ọkama na ị ga-ebu ụzọ kwụsị onye Igbo ịkọ ashịrị. If you cannot stop Igbo man from gossiping, then you cannot stop IPOB. Igbo man to stop gossiping? No. Gossip is in their vein. They must gossip. Nnamdi Kanu, they must. Everywhere you are saying the truth, they must. Where is the defense fund? Where is our transmitter? Where is have you eaten the money? But I show you the transmitter in Lagos. I took you to Lagos. We show you the transmitter. We show you the container. Why are you coming in the open, telling people to ask me for the transmitter money? But you went, I called you, we take you to Lagos. You saw the container. Do you want the zoo government to see our transmitter in the open? And later, do you know that that transmitter was taken to Abuja? Are you understanding? Thank you. Thank you from here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. We continue to push regardless. We will confront every negativity irrespective of who is presenting the negativity, because of the future of the people and also our effort. People who have never suffered to reach for what we are doing, who just came as an employee, as a lawyer, cannot be there undermining our effort and our relationship with our leader and also the future of our generation in the name of lawyer. And you'll be there sitting, worshiping some siblings, thinking that you are well. you are not well, you need to go to asylum, cell, in prison. That is where you should be detained, because you must have to remember what you discussed with Mazi Maduabuchi before he was kidnapped. And you must know that Nnamdi Kanu does not know the activities of the lawyers here. All he knows is in court, because the tweets of the lawyer, the tweets of the sibling, when everybody was issuing press release, sibling will issue press release, everybody will issue, the wife of sibling will issue press release. They never take it to Nnamdi Kanu, but they will come here, they will tell you he told them. Though they don't go there with big or anything, but they will come out and tell you they remember everything he told them. And that's how they wrote it. That's what Onyendu said. Ejimako will tell you Nnamdi Kanu said. But he will come here and he will be granted interview, and the Mazi Maduabuchi will not listen to the interview. And we that listen to the interview will tell you, no, this man is wrong. And you tell, is it Nnamdi Kanu lawyer? You must be a fool, because Nnamdi Kanu did not listen to it. We that listen to it, we also understood it and will counter it. You that is a foolish idiot, think that you are wise, we will tell you that you are a fool, because you did not discuss it with us. We know what we discussed with him, and we know negativity, and we know how to confront negativity. If you don't know, that's why we are destructive.